Good morning, good morning. Happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday, because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Okay, so I paused for a second because I was going to talk about how I wasn't going to go out for a run just right now because it was absolutely chucking it with rain. But by the time I'd set this up, this live, it stopped raining. So changeable weather again here in Scotland. I will be going out for a run as soon as I finish this video. So now, we're going to talk about compassionate curiosity today, what it is and what it can mean for you going forward, as well as what it can mean for me and why it's the breakthrough thing that I've been looking for to help me move forward in my programs. But first of all, let's say happy birthday to the people whose real birthdays it is today and the people from yesterday who I missed quickly. And then we'll do a little breathing exercise and then we'll move on with content. So happy birthday today to Katie, two Bens, Ben Brophy and Ben Corrie and James Simmons. Ben Corrie and James Simmons, both from school. I'm sure you both know you had the same birthday, but if you didn't, happy birthday to both of you. Hello, Laura. I'm going to come visit you. I am in the Isle of Skye at the moment, which is why I can't come to visit you until I get back sometime after the 13th of October. And then from yesterday, Jess Cantrell, Dave Marsh, Jodie, Bruce, Donna Freeman Friendly and Dee Keen. I'm not sure why I didn't do a live yesterday. I can't really remember, but obviously I didn't do one because I didn't wish those people happy birthdays. So anyway, happy birthday to them. Quick breathing exercise to move forward on. First of all, we blow out one candle on this cake here. Breathe in 5 through our nose. Put this hand on our heart. Hold the breath while we light the candles on our left hand. It's like lighting a candle on your cake, and then you blow out the candles on your cake. To wish yourself a happy birthday. Do that every day. Why not? It's good for your lungs. It's good for your blood alkalinity. It's good to get oxygen into your brain to make you think clearly, especially if you're struggling with something like anxiety or panic attacks or something like that. It's a really good breathing exercise for that. And you can do it 5 times. That's why I always recommend do it 5 times. Think about one thing that makes you smile, one thing that you've achieved in the last period of time since you last did it, one thing you're going to achieve in the next period of time until you do it again, things that you're grateful, something that you're grateful for in your life, being in a nice warm house while it's pouring rain outside, and then wishing yourself and anybody you love a happy birthday. So yeah, feel free to do it 5 times and just enjoy that because it's good for you. Right, compassionate curiosity. So I discovered this a couple of days ago on a very good online video. Basically, it's about looking at something that may have upset you or frustrated you in the past or even potentially in the future, and looking at it with compassionate curiosity. So you're going, I wonder why that made me feel that way, or I wonder why that blocked me, or I wonder why that happened, or why that person felt that, or even, yes, why that person felt that way. Why did they react in that way? I got to come from a place of compassion and love and curiosity about why that happened. So whether it's somebody else or yourself internally, it's a really useful thing to get into your head. This comes from it's the basis, rather, I should say, of CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy. And they always talk about this one sort of example. As you're walking down the street, somebody you know is walking the other side of the street towards you. You think they've seen you, but they didn't say hello to you, they didn't acknowledge you. And when you're struggling with things like anxiety and depression and so forth, inside your head, you'll be very self-centered. And inside your head, you'll start thinking, what have I done wrong? Why don't they like me? Why haven't they acknowledged me? What's wrong with me? Do they not want to talk to me? Am I annoying? All those negative thoughts about yourself. The idea of compassionate curiosity and CBT in this respect is to go, I wonder why the other person hasn't said hello. Wonder what's going on in their life. I wonder what's going on with them that they didn't spot me. I wonder if they're struggling with anything. I wonder if they've got a recent bereavement in their life. I wonder if they're struggling with a particular problem and that's why they didn't say hello. It's not necessarily they didn't say hello. Maybe they just didn't see you. It looked like they saw you, but they didn't actually see you. What's the reason for the other person's not doing these things? And then you can also use that internally and start noticing your own negative thoughts. So, I've had a negative thought, or I've had a negative reaction to something. I looked up this quote the other day from Jack Sparrow, which is, the problem is not the problem is your attitude towards the problem. And there seems to be some confusion as to whether or not Jack Sparrow actually said it in any of the movies. So still more investigation on that, but anyway, there it is. But noticing your own negative thoughts, and instead of beating yourself up about having those negative thoughts, see that as a little victory that you notice the negative thoughts, and that you're maybe going to now do the Jill Stanton thing, which is catch, cancel, and correct. So you catch the negative thought, you cancel it, and you correct it into a more positive, more empowering, more useful thing. This is always the first step on both my 7-day antidepressant Kickstarter and my 6-month antidepressant program. So if you're interested in either of those two things and seeing the rest of the steps on those, 7-day antidepressant Kickstarter is obviously a really good thing, low cost, to sort of get a feel for how you can take control of your thoughts and your feelings. And then obviously the 6-month one is a full-on program with good support and so forth for an extended period of time to rewire your habits, rewire your brain, change your habits and rewire your brain. These little victories that you have add up over time, and they become easier and easier in the future. And they become, and the negative works the other way as well. So these negative thoughts build up and become a negative life story. And the way you can change that negative life story is by having these little positive victories, and then eventually you start to switch your negative life story into a positive life story. And that's how my 6-month program works, is to switch you from a position of mindset of depression and negative thinking into a positive mindset of happy thinking, happy thoughts, more positive life affirmations and so forth going forward. That's the whole point, is to switch that. But it takes time to rewire those neurons in your brain, those neural pathways in your brain. It takes time to do that, which is why it takes 6 months. Okay, I've gone over my 5 minutes, but I'm just going to finish a couple of other things there, because I wanted to say as well that past problems, that's the familiar past, things that we're used to, we recognise this, and that becomes a predictable future, which is then safety. That's why we don't want to change. It's why we have this resistance to change and not wanting to try new things and do new things, because we have this safety mechanism built into our brains to sort of say, let's keep us safe, let's not try anything new. And that's why also that the lens of our future, how we can imagine our future and think about our future, is coloured by the events of our past. So our past then comes in, affects our brains, and makes us look to the future with that negative, potentially negative mindset, whatever that past thing is that's colouring our future view. So that's all I wanted to say today. There's a couple of other points in the comments, but basically just observe those thoughts and switch from being an automatic thought into a more conscious thought. Start thinking about those thoughts and recognizing, take it as a tiny little victory and go, look at yourself with compassionate curiosity and think about how I can move forward and rewire that thought into something more positive and useful going forward. Just for my programs, by the way, this is the one thing that's holding me back, is I've been worried about making a program that will work for everybody, and I couldn't possibly imagine what all the little blockages that people are going to have along the way and why they might not be able to do some of the exercises that I planned in my programs, both the Kickstarter and the 6-month antidepressant program. But this compassionate curiosity pops in and goes, but what you can do is you can launch the program, you have an idea as to how it's going to work, but then with compassionate curiosity you can talk to your clients and help them along the way, find the little blockages, figure out where they are, figure out how you're going to overcome those blockages, and then build that into the program for the next person that comes along, so that they then can do it without having to have that block in the first place. So that's all for now. Hello, Catherine. Thank you for coming on. Love it. This is quite a good one. Go back and watch it. Unfortunately, it did blast past my 5 minutes of fire thing. I am going to get better at these with practice, but I kept it under 10 minutes though, so that's pretty good. So hopefully that was useful to people. Going to send you the love. I am now going to go out for my run now that it has stopped raining, and I'll see you all later. If you're interested in my 7-day antidepressant Kickstarter or even the 6-month antidepressant program, let me know. You can also, of course, go and get my Create Happy program, which is a free download at findyourfire.co.uk/create happy. Which is the sort of lead into that. And then I'll remind you on emails, of course, about the Kickstarters, which I'm probably going to be starting to look at doing on the first week of every month, except maybe October. I might miss that one. I might be the second week in October, but we'll see. But I'm looking forward to actually getting started on these things now after a year of procrastination and putting off and worrying about not being able to help people. I now feel like I now know what I need to do to be able to help people. And the key to that is compassionate curiosity. Take care, guys. Sending you loads of love. Take care out in the world. And I'll see you soon. Bye.